You know, I think Richthofen's journey through this world or worlds, times, ages, whatever you want to call it, this his whole being. It's been one of the most interesting projects I've ever had the privilege to work on.
Ultimate is more ultimate. I know, I remember. Okay, here we go.
What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and luckily things are picking back up since it was a pretty slow news week for Black Ops Cold War, I have to admit. But how does it feel that in just over a week we're going to have DLC 1, Firebase Z, and then 20 days after Firebase on February 24th, we should be seeing Season 2 of Black Ops Cold War if it doesn't get delayed. So lots of content to look forward to. I'm really excited for this. But in tonight's video, we have new information about Firebase, the possible return of Richthofen already revealed, new rumors about the Buried remake, and some serious changes that were just made to the zombies mode as well. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, because about 80% of you that watch my videos aren't subscribed. So make sure you guys are getting notifications every time I update you on Black Ops Cold War. But it feels like it's been a while since I posted a zombies video, so let's jump right into things.
Zombies.
What? Zombies! A couple of hours ago, Treyarch confirmed some serious changes to Cranked, which include removing Plague Hound rounds to prevent players from running out of time in between rounds. The timer now pauses while using support items, and the timer no longer remains visible after death. So these are pretty serious changes. I mean, the mode was killed for a lot of people just because of the Plague Hound rounds. High rounds almost weren't possible within Cranked, since at a certain point when you're on like round 40, 50, and even higher, your timer moves so quickly that when you're on a Plague Hound round, it just isn't possible to get a zombie kill, zombies don't spawn in fast enough, and you die pretty much every time. So very frustrating, but luckily that has been fixed, and you're going to be seeing some updated Cranked gameplay in the background as well. Now, Treyarch also confirmed some new playlist updates into Black Ops Cold War multiplayer, which include the Snipers Only Mosh Pit, Dropkick, Raid plus Crossroad Strike 24/7, Nuketown 24/7, Gunfight, Face Off, and Prop Hunt, all available right now within Black Ops Cold War. If I had to take a guess though, I would say in the next week or so we may end up getting a patch which will contain Firebase Z and Express and all the remaining content on the Season 1 Reloaded roadmap. The content could be within an upcoming patch, but it won't be playable straight away and not until February the 4th. But what that means is that people that are on PC and data mine could get early access to upcoming content, as we've been seeing over the past couple of weeks. So gameplay might end up leaking on Twitter and even Reddit. It's gonna get crazy, I could just feel it. But hopefully nothing major leaks, whether it's audio or Easter egg steps. I'm really crossing my fingers for that, because if that happens, it's gonna be really unfortunate for the zombies community. But we then got a very special tweet that I did not expect today from the official Call of Duty Twitter account. The Dark Ether story continues in the jungles of Vietnam. Firebase Z arrives in Black Ops Cold War for free on February the 4th. And I'm getting vibes of Classified, Voyage of Despair, Ancient Evil. Just the color scheme of the poster is so damn beautiful. And just look at this, right? We see Sam straight in the middle there. And I'm getting vibes of Classified from that, you know, kind of seeing Samantha split down the middle. I mean, she is a normal human in this Dark Ether reboot, but she may still have Dark Ether powers from the previous universe, which to me is going to be exciting to see. Maybe some plot twist where she goes berserk, you know, throughout Firebase, hoping for some beautiful cutscenes, hoping for a great Easter egg. I'm wondering what Samantha's role is going to be on this map, considering we're looking for her. She's missing, so hopefully her appearance isn't underwhelming, whether it's in a cutscene or an Easter egg step. Let's wait and see. But I also want to see the return of mid-game cutscenes that we saw within Black Ops 4. That was such a great feature that we hadn't ever saw in any previous iteration of zombies, so hopefully that comes back in Black Ops Cold War. Now, considering we have our ether manipulation powers being teased in this poster, probably means that we'll get some type of follow-up to that foreshadowing that was done in the Alpha Omega intro back during Black Ops 4. We got to see her destroy an Apothecon beast using her powers, and we never got to see that. That never was really followed up on, so maybe we'll get kind of a callback to that if she uses her powers at some point in the future of this Dark Ether storyline. But if you're still wondering whether we're going to get a Samantha Maxis operator, probably not for Season 1, but I would say after we save her in DLC 1, they'll probably end up adding her in as a Season 2 bonus in the next couple of weeks, and then she'll be playable in multiplayer, Warzone, and of course Zombies. Storyline wise, it wouldn't make sense to play as Samantha on D Machina, but they'll probably give you the option to do it at some point in the future, which isn't canon. And I'm sure we'll also be seeing Weaver as an operator in the future too, along with other campaign characters like Hudson and Mason. They're inevitable at this point. But we then have a male character on the right of her, which is very clearly Dr. William Peck, an important character from D Machina. Machina through intel and through the Spectral Ghost Easter egg. If you're not familiar with who William Peck is, I have a recap video linked down below in the description, which I'm pretty proud of. It's also going to be a pinned comment. I go over the entire story of the Machina, the Easter egg, the radios, the side characters. Hopefully that video helps you out if you guys are confused with what exactly is going on. But we then have straight down the middle of this poster the dome-looking area, which resembles the same area that was teased last week with the map layout. So Treyarch tweeted out a layout of Firebase Z, but the good thing about it is that that isn't the entire map, it's only a part of it. We're going to be seeing a facility-looking area and a village-looking area. We'll have a Dark Ether teleporter, which bridges the gap between the two, so that's going to be great. The map's probably going to be, I would say, a bit bigger than the Machina, but maybe not too big, which to me is fine. You know, bigger isn't always better, so let's see what happens with that. And we then have what looks like a new type of Plague Hound in the middle of the poster, which really reminds me of that bull, that zombie bull that was going to be on the Vietnam Zombies map in Black Ops 1. It would have been the original DLC 3 instead of Shangri-La. A lot of concept art from that map is still out there on the internet, which Raven Software was working quite a bit on. There was even a poster for that map, which featured Frank Woods, so Woods would have been a celebrity character on that jungle Vietnam-esque Zombies map, which never happened, so we're probably going to see a lot of concept art and other plans they had for that map come to life here with Firebase Z. I mean, this map is real unique. It's going to be the first Vietnam jungle-styled map. I mean, the closest to this would probably be Shangri-La or Shinonuma, but this is a real original take on a Zombies map, which I'm really looking forward to, so let's see what happens with it. And also on the left of this poster, next to Samantha, we have a mysterious character who has not been named as of right now. Could it be Eddie? Sure. I mean, the thing with Eddie is that I still feel like that's something they would save for a DLC 3 cliffhanger, similar to the ending of Garrod Krovi teasing Revelations. It feels like a big reveal like that would fit Eddie, but at the same time, if they introduce some in DLC 1, fuck it. I mean, we'll have Eddie being, you know, developed over more maps than just one or two, which to me I wouldn't complain about. So maybe it's him. You know, we went over intel a couple of weeks ago, which directly references Eddie at the main menu of Black Ops Cold War Zombies. I'll put that on screen so you can see. Nobody's really talked about it that much, but what people have pointed out is that a lot of intel for the Dark Ether storyline does mention a spy within the Omega Group. So he speculated to be the new version of Richtofen. Is Eddie a spy for the Omega Group? Totally possible, but at the same time, it wouldn't shock me if this character in this poster is not Eddie at all. They might want to save a reveal for him through a cutscene or a later Easter egg step. Now, Treyarch could come out tomorrow on Friday and just solidify Richtofen's return in Firebase. They could just give it all away and they could boost more hype for the community, but I feel like Richtofen's return is better suited as a surprise. And in all honesty, the evidence we have of Eddie, whether it's the intel, the poster mystery, or that spy in the Omega Group, none of that feels concrete enough to confirm that Richtofen's coming back as soon as DLC 1. I could be wrong, and I'm totally okay with that. You can even disagree with me all you want. Just be respectful in the comments. That's all I ask. But one thing I want to stress over and over again is please keep your expectations reasonable for Firebase. Don't forget, before the Machina even got revealed, I posted a video talking about inside information about Black Ops Cold War Zombies, and the information I received all came true. To a T. I can't even stress that enough. Everything came true except for the amount of launch maps, which I mentioned were going to be the Machina, Firebase, and Nox Survival. So Firebase was held back for whatever reason, so hopefully the quality of the map has been boosted significantly so that it lives up to the other DLC ones. Ascension, Die Rise, Der Eisendrache, Dead of the Night, all fantastic maps with great Easter eggs, except for Die Rise. But when it comes to Firebase now, you know, if it was a launch map at one point, I wouldn't expect anything major storyline-wise to be in that map, but now that it's DLC 1, they could have added who knows what, Richtofen's return, better side Easter eggs, which is the Machina's weakness, I mean, better map flow, a boss fight, a cutscene. They could have added so much to Firebase, which wasn't there back when the map was a launch map. So the content drought after the Machina that everybody felt, unless you enjoy Jingle Hells and Cranked, that content drought may have significantly improved Treyarch's potential with the upcoming DLC season, which I'm really excited about. But the only problem is that Activision's approach with zombies seems to be real casual. They want to attract as many multiplayer and Warzone players as possible. I don't think Zombies is going to go as hardcore as it was in Black Ops 3 and 4, let alone difficult. I mean, I don't think the Easter egg is going to be difficult in any upcoming Black Ops Cold War Zombies map. That's just my theory as of right now. But if it gets harder in Firebase, I'll be happy with that. Maybe the Machina was the only easy map so that it could attract as many launch players as possible. But Zombies is free. I mean, we have crossplay, we have free DLC, no microtransactions right now in the mode, so things are great. Hopefully they get better, but at the same time, they may end up adding in microtransactions of some sort after DLC 1, similar to Gobblegums or Elixirs. That would not shock me at all, but hopefully Activision continues to take zombies serious, and it looks like budget is still there for the mode. The poster looks amazing, and I can't wait to see what the future of the DLC season does look like. Now, I also wonder if we're gonna get a follow-up to that giant monster that's on Die Machina. Maybe he was a teaser for Firebase Z. Could he be the boss fight? Could he be somebody that's helping us as an Elder God? Because in Die Machina, he helped us quite a bit. You know, we have the hand Easter egg with turning your weapon into a legendary one. We have the Easter egg with free max ammo. Maybe you can hear him quite a bit, you know, on higher rounds. Maybe he was just an ally that will help us again in the future. If not, maybe we'll fight him at some point too, because he is a culmination of lots of different things mashed together in the Dark Ether. So maybe Victus is stuck in that monster. Maybe there's other things in there that we haven't even seen yet, but hopefully he gets followed up on at some point in the future. But now when it comes to the rumored Buried remake, new information has surfaced thanks to a leaker in the community who confirmed that there is buried music in the files of Black Ops Cold War. The music is apparently round-changing music, map ambience. I'm not a data miner, so I can't confirm this, and I can't play the audio on screen either for obvious reasons, but it has been backed up by quite a few people who've also claimed that the music has been there since the launch of the game, which doesn't mean very much, but what I will say is that on Cranked right now in Die Machina, you'll hear quite a bit of reused audio from lots of different places. You'll hear, coincidentally, the buried time bomb. You'll hear the Gauntlet round-changing music from Black Ops 4. You'll hear epic score from the campaign. Quite a bit of reused audio, which doesn't bother me at all. It's great, but maybe the buried time bomb sound effect in Cranked is somehow connected to this other music that was found of buried in the files. And you know what? The music could be for a number of different things. The music could be for a possible music player that gets added to Black Ops Cold War, which allows you to play your favorite zombies tracks. It could be for a future zombies mode. It could just be a placeholder for who knows what. It could just be there. But you know what? Sure, it could be possible that it's going to be for the buried remake that may come to Black Ops Cold War. Then again, when a buried remake happens, I would expect them to remix the original buried soundtrack, not just reuse the original one. But let's just wait and see what happens. Now, if you want more information about the Zombies Chronicles 2 Victus remix, I have a video talking about the latest information on them, linked down below in the description. Now, one quick detail about these maps that I talked about in a previous video is that they're in a similar position to Modern Warfare 2 Remastered multiplayer, where the maps are there, they exist, they're sitting on a shelf waiting to be completed, but they're in development hell. Who knows when they'll come out? It's up to Activision, but like I said before, they were intended for Black Ops 4, but plans changed, Treyarch's budget got cut, Treyarch had to move on to COD 2020, the pandemic happened, and they were moved to Black Ops Cold War indefinitely. It was also supported by lots of insiders who reported accurate information for Warzone, Modern Warfare, COD 2020. They were supporting that, yeah, the maps are there, they exist, but we don't know what's happening with them. And I'm tired of talking about the maps, as I said before, but luckily we had a bit of an update for you guys here in tonight's video. I don't care if the maps happen in this game or a future game. I'm happy with new content and the future DLC season that Treyarch has in store for us with Black Ops Cold War, but if the maps happen, they'll be great. The question is, when can they release? Is it going to be during a year 2, when a new Call of Duty is out by Sledgehammer or Infinity Ward? Could it be in between upcoming seasons right now? In between new maps, they would drop some remakes? I think it works either way. Wouldn't mind it at all, but considering the Dark Ether storyline and the fact that Victus is in there, there is plenty of potential and opportunity to bring those Victus maps back, especially for Black Ops Cold War of all games. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave all your thoughts down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on the brand new poster for Firebase Z, the return of Richtofen, and the new rumor about the Buried remake? Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everyone.